accurate local forecast with meteorologist Jackson Chastain starts now.
We're not quite to that fall feeling yet to be buying Halloween costumes. Still in the dog days of summer here as we take a live look out from Millersburg, Hershey, Hummelstown, Elizabethville. Varying levels of cloud cover, but we're going to end up pretty much with a mix as we get through the rest of the day. Our high yesterday, 92 degrees. Will be even a little bit warmer than that as we head into the afternoon. That's all because our high pressure pattern continues across the eastern half of the U.S. So as long as that ridging remains, we will continue to see things remain temperature-wise at a relatively hot level. Thankfully, a pattern change is on the way. That'll be later this week. As for dew points, they're where they always have been and will be certainly through Wednesday, keeping us at pretty warm temperatures stepping out the door. 74 degrees in Middletown. I've seen a few places this morning that are actually in the upper 60s. If you have, good for you. We'll get to about 94, 95 this afternoon amid relatively non-existent winds, and that's part of the reason we're seeing the warm-up that we're having. There's just no mixing in the atmosphere at the moment. So the heat, the humidity, combining for heat indexes that will be in the hundreds in some places, much like we saw on Monday. We'll see the same conditions on Wednesday as well. So for the next 2 days, basically, we're not really seeing any change. But by Thursday, things on the rain front and on the temperature front are going to be shifting pretty dramatically. But you'll notice Tuesday and Wednesday, pretty much nothing. There is a small chance for showers and storms Wednesday afternoon and evening, but the main chance for rain here, obviously that Thursday, and that likely is for the latter half of the day as well. For Wednesday itself, very, very straight in nature and largely confined to some of our northern fringe counties. So Mifflin, Juniata, parts of maybe Upper Dauphin County, for the most part, a lot of us are going to stay dry and rain-free. But by Thursday, notice early on, we start with some very irregular activity, and then as we get towards the latter half, once that front is actually pushing on through, you see this line of just heavy downpours that pushes through the region. That should likely clear out by the later evening hours, and then after that, we are good to go. On the temperature side of things, this is the 10th warmest year to date, the 13th wettest year to date as well, so we will see and wait and see how things end up, but it certainly has been an extraordinary year on just the rain and temperature side of things. Dew points will drop pretty quickly once that front moves through, and that leaves us with a very nice stretch basically Friday into next week where we basically hover around 80. There's no real rain chance. It's going to be comfortable. It's just going to be beautiful outside. So there's a lot to look forward to. We just got to get through that Thursday, which is going to be just an active day in itself.
And that is the big turning point. So
that is. It flips a switch there, that Thursday.
We don't really see
the dividing line.
We don't really see the heat coming back right away either.
It will eventually, I'm sure, but thankfully this looks like
all of August.
I'm not saying anything, James. I'm just saying.
I didn't say it wouldn't come back.
It looks like for a while
right
it's going to be relatively cool, which is nice to see. Okay. You wouldn't agree?
That's fine. Cool is a relative term.
I think
long as it's like 80s, that's fine.
Okay.
If you're saying cooling down to like 60, then that
well,
may be
we're not even close to that.
Exactly.
So not yet.
Yes.
All right, let's